Hi people, my name is Chidas. I'm a literary critic and a literary artist. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, I do a constructive criticism on the content I see online. Today, I'm talking about passing out in universities nowadays. This is part 2. I told us in part 1 that passing out means that the student is writing her last paper on that day. If the passing out today is today, what it means is that that student is going to write her last paper. A 400 level student is going to write her last paper on campus today. So we call it sign out or passing out, and it involves a lot of things which I mentioned in part 1. In this episode, I want to tell us more about this passing out thing because it worries me so much, because students pay more attention to the passing out more than they pay to their studies. And I ask, if at the end of the day you have made your passing out memorable and then fail the course in question, what happens to all the preparations and everything? For instance, a student is supposed to sign out tomorrow. She spends the whole of today making her hair, fixing her nails, fixing her eyelashes, and then little or no time for studies. And that is by the way. Secondly, the students in a class of that class that is about to pass out or to sign out, they usually contribute money to make the same kind of cardigan, make the same kind of trousers, make the same kind of shirts, and it puts a lot of pressure on the students because nobody wants to be left out. No student wants to be left out. So every student goes out. Some students that are not all that buoyant, goes out of their, some students that are not all that buoyant, go out of their way to get to be like their mates. Actually, they have to make payments, they have to pay for those things, they have to be part of the passing out. And you know how much of a pressure it puts on a student who is not all that buoyant. And that is by the way. Then on that day that the exam will be taken, the last paper, the sign out paper, come into the hall and see for yourself. It looks like a disco party. Different kinds of expensive hair, students wearing heavy makeup, and most of the students constitute nuisance in the hall because they are not prepared. They didn't prepare for that exam and they are desperate to pass. If they don't pass that exam, the passing out thing is a lot of waste. So you see the students with their heavy makeup, with their different kinds of expensive hair, they are constituting nuisance in the exam hall, looking for information, looking for answers, looking for one thing or the other, in the exam hall, because they are not prepared for that exam. And it worries me so much because I'm wondering, what is all of this, preparations for passing out, and at the end of the day the person fails the course. So I want to advise students that are yet to pass out, future graduates that are yet to pass out. I want to ask you to sit back and weigh the whole passing out thing and tell yourself if all of this stress is worth it. Why would you want to put yourself under pressure because you want to make a very expensive hair, you want to wear the same cardigan with your fellow students, you want to look how do I put it, expensive or whatever. You spend all of your money, you spend all of your time trying to fix your lashes, fix your nails and all of that. Ask yourself, is it worth all of this? And if you think it is not worth it, why don't you just prepare for your exam, write your exam and take a walk? I think I'm going to end with this big one. I'm telling the students right now, sit back and ask yourself, all of this, is it worth it? If you think it's not worth it, then prepare for your paper, write your exams and walk away. Thank you and God bless you. Remember to like, share and subscribe.